I get you have options. You're handsome, you're successful, you will have options forever. So it really is in your hands, your fate. So you can tell me I'm great all you want, but you're not pursuing me, and I know why. Because I require too much. And that's all right. I'm okay with that.
What do you mean by that, though? What do you mean what do you require?
I require discipline and intention. And I require a level of like investment in terms of time. And you know what? It's like you can say, oh, I took her to this restaurant, I took her to that restaurant. And I'd be like, well, what's my favorite color? There's no amount of dinners that you will ever buy for me that will get my panties off. So you really need to figure out what it is that you think you have to offer and what it is that you think I value. Because it's never going to happen without real investment. I can do it myself. I can pay for whatever restaurant I want to go to myself.
Yeah.
I have a nice car. I have a nice house. I have friends. I have a successful career. So I am emancipated to a certain extent because those things don't entice me. So it kind of is a what do you bring to the table that's not material. That is something that's compelling.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. I see Rami nodding her head. Why don't you go ahead and kick it off, Rami? I can always come back to you. If you were just nod your head, so that's why I decided to pick on you.
Cool. No, I'm cool with that. I just thought it was well said. Like, you know, there are a lot of, and I see this all the time, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all see something different, but a lot of single women who are feeling like, I'm not settling. Meanwhile, what are the men saying and thinking? Do they actually want to be in situations? Because men that are successful have a lot of women that want to be in something. Like, it's really, I don't know. I love that it wasn't a men versus women thing. It's more like, this is what I'm dealing with and where I'm coming from, and this is what I see of my options. And it's always up to the man, I feel like. You know what I mean? Like, but she was being honest about where she's at, what she's expecting, what she wants to, because man, people do come around like and think like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But what if that's not, what if it could be something simple, right? Like, let's say you go to take out the guy's coming up to take out the trash. I could take out the trash. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to take the trash. I'm in to take the trash. But just for instance, he's taking out the trash. If you taking out the trash and being here is costing me energetic more, you're not investing in what I got going on, you're not adding to me in the ways that can make me grow as a plant, right? Because we know different plants need different things to grow. What is that worth what you're bringing? You know what I'm saying? So it is about investment, because when you invest in something, you ask questions about, you're intrigued to know, how can I keep this investment going and up and, you know, developing and benefiting me too. So I thought it was well said. That's why I was shaking my head like, man, this is the plight. And I think it's crazy sometimes when men come with what do you bring to the table? But I think it's an important question for him to ask too, though, in all honesty. But it's, you know, it was well said.
All right, go ahead, Luis.
You know, I found the video a little bit very forward, which is nothing wrong with that, but it was just, I don't know, it kind of came off as like I'm on this high pedestal in a way. At least that's how I perceived it. I probably need to go back and re-listen to it again. But there wasn't an opportunity to, you know, to have conversations, because she's like, you can't buy me. You can't finesse me. You can't buy me. You can't give me things. You have to understand the things that I like and that I value. And sort of, I never heard from her part, I value conversations. So in that conversation, get to know me, get to understand me. You know what I'm saying? Pick up on things that I do, how I move, how I, you know, my mannerisms, right? You know, pick up on all these subtle cues that women tend to kind of lay out along the line. And I think that if that man is paying attention, he'll pick up on those things and he'll start investing. He's like, "Oh, I noticed that you do these things, or I noticed that like you pay attention to these things," and sort of there's a level of investment because you're paying attention. If your dude is not paying attention, doesn't know what you do, how you move, or anything like that, he's just not paying attention. He's there physically, but he's not there mentally, and he's not there emotionally either. So, um, that so I could attest to that. But the part that kind of it came off like you need to figure all this out, and it was like I don't understand where was the conjecture opportunity to have the conversation to be like, look, I need you to court me, I need you to pursue me, and show effort, show initiation, show that you're interested in all these different facets. It came off very pretentious in a way. At least that's what I got out of it. Hey, you.
Okay. Go ahead, Miss Kelly.
I think she just tried to state how she feels as directly as she could. I think she basically was just saying, I want more than the bare minimum. And that was just her delivery. I guess she probably experienced a lot over the years in dating. And I think she was married at some point too. So she must be divorced now. But I think that's all she was saying. And it could come off a bit harsh and not as soft as maybe some other women would have put it. But I don't think there's anything wrong with what she said. That's just what she wants. Now, if she gets it or not, that's another story. But at least she knows what she wants.
Okay. Go ahead, Claps. Like you ready, brother?
Oh, sure.
I mean, I can play the clip one more time. I was gonna play the clip.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, it seemed like she focused a lot on like the fact that she was good financially and about about how she could not be finessed and all of that. And it kind of makes me think that that's more so her experience, because it's like she's saying she doesn't want the bare minimum, but then she's like, hey, what's my favorite color? And it's like, that is the bare minimum as far as I'm concerned. Like, somebody you've been dating probably should know your favorite color. That's not really a hard thing to do. So to me, it just means to me that she probably previously dated based off of what the person could financially provide, the restaurant they could take her, the status symbols, and she's probably done that so many times that now she's like, oh, you know what, this isn't quite it. I need someone who actually likes me and who's actually invested in me as a person. So I really think that's just all it is.
I agree.